Career assistant counting. Congratulations, Trista. And Gracie Gresh joined the elite 1,000 point club last Tuesday. Coach Sarah Rose presenting Gracie with a keepsake basketball, recognizing her rare high school basketball accomplishment. Gracie's name is already on the board as the school's #5 all-time leading scorer with 1,009 points. Congratulations, Gracie. And good evening, ladies and a neighborhood conference basketball showdown featuring the Green Bay Southwest Trojans and the Notre Dame Tritons. Before we meet the players, coaches, and referees, please stand. Kindly remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
We welcome you into our broadcast this evening from the Schneider-Triton Center on the campus of Notre Dame Academy for FRCC girls basketball between the visiting Green Bay Southwest Trojans and the Notre Dame Academy Tritons. Hi everyone, I'm Joey Bonadonna alongside Dominic D'Angelo this evening on our coverage. This is one of good interests in the FRCC. Obviously, the Tritons have been dominant in the FRCC for years, but Southwest boasts a lot of talent tonight against this Notre Dame squad. Dom, what can you tell us about Southwest?
They got off to a really hot start, started 7-1, but they've since then lost 4 straight. They're 5-3 in conference play, and there go the lights. That's become a tradition around here these days.
As we're trying to read off our stuff, but here we go.
You gotta love it. Timing is impeccable. They've been playing a lot of close games. Their last game was only a 5-point loss against De Pere, and then 2 games ago they only lost by 3 points. So definitely a lot of fight in this group, and it's going to be a good matchup for the Notre Dame to test their strength.
Absolutely. We're going to start with the lineups. First for the visiting Southwest Trojans, a senior number 4, Taylor Dinas. A junior number 10, Addie Pitleski, a senior number 12, Isha Danforth, a senior number 14, Margie Stevens, and a senior number 24, Talia DeGroot. Again, it's Dinas, Pitleski, Danforth, Stevens, and DeGroot. Trojans are head coached by Tony Lee. For the Tritons, they roll out their typical starting 5 of a 5'9" senior, number 1, Hope Barrington, a 5'7" junior, number 10, Trista Feda, a 5'7" junior, number 11, Sydney Whitehouse, a 5'11" sophomore, number 20, Peyton Musial, and a 5'11" junior, number 24, Gracie Gresh. Talking about Feda and Gresh, just pregame, we were able to help honor their achievements last game against Sheboygan South. on the road. Both of them crossed career milestones. For Gresh, she crossed 1,000 career points, currently sitting at number 5. Her name already up on the board, so I'm sure that'll be getting moved throughout the season. Again, already number 5, and she already has, what, a year and a half left of her career.
A lot of time.
And even more impressive was Trista Feta, still with a year and a half, but she's now number 1 in all-time assists in the Notre Dame girls basketball program. 2 amazing Division I talents on this squad, and they both were able to accomplish career accomplishments on Tuesday at Sheboygan South.
It's going to be interesting as we're about to get set for tip here, how far Trista Feta leaves that assist record, because like you said, she's already got a year and a half left of school.
Well, we start with Southwest with the basketball. They won the tip. Pitleski was controlling it, but now it's Stevens back to Danforth. DeGroot to Dynas, now down low to Stevens. Pitleski driving on Feta, goes off the glass, foul, and 1. So Addie Pitleski gets the game started. First bucket, the sister of Connor Pitleski, who we saw last night. Pitleski completes the 3-point play.
There's a lot of good ball movement around the perimeter on that first possession for the Trojans.
Feta, we're just talking about her, running the point. She'll work against Pitleski to start. Kicks to Whitehouse in the corner, back to Feta. Barrington, now Musial looking to feed it to Gresh.
This is where they're impressive. They only gave up 32 points in their last game.
Gresh goes up and finishes with the right. Notre Dame, on the other hand, scoring 80 points a game. And that's going to be a 5-second violation. Again, the bread and butter of Coach Rohde's squads. She puts pressure on the backcourt, makes it very difficult for you to even get an attempt to run your offense. Barrington fires the 3. That one's slightly long, and it goes over the top of the backboard.
There's that press look again.
Whitehouse guarding tightly against Pitleski. Now picked up by Musial.
She's got to get it over half.
It's going to be a loose ball. Feta going to dive for it. No, she doesn't. Now another loose ball. And we'll have a jump ball going to Notre Dame.
Jump ball possession, Trentons.
Feta feeding down low to Whitehouse. She loses it. Still loose, kicks to Feta, now Barrington.
That was a really nice cut by Whitehouse, just couldn't quite handle the pass.
Down low, Barrington off the glass, no good. And a rebound for Southwest. It was almost stolen by Whitehouse, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah, they keep double teaming as soon as Southwest comes into play with the ball.
Pitleski against Feta, 2 players donning the number 10.
There it is for Musial.
And a nice active hands there from Barrington to knock the ball out of bounds. They do get the ball past half court. Southwest still in control of the lead. They scored the first bucket of the game with an Addie Pitleski bucket and 1.
She's the one you got to watch. 14 points a game, and she throws it out of bounds there.
Well, it seemed like a miscommunication there. She was looking for Dynas. Went out of bounds into the front row of the Southwest student section. And we'll have a foul.
That was a good seal underneath from Sydney Whitehouse. Feta hit a really good pass.
Southwest foul, Ija Danforth, the team's first.
Fatal inbound to Barrington. Goes to Gresh, now Musial up top. Whitehouse going down to Barrington. Little bit of contact, but she works through it. Knocks it down, it's 4-3. Triton's claim their first lead of the night.
And right back into that press.
Another loose ball, contact, and I think we'll have another jump ball. This time it'll go to Southwest. But still continuing, active hands, aggressive defense. This is what Notre Dame prides themselves on with their girls basketball program.
They got to be near the top of the conference. I don't know how you would track this, but in jump balls force, because they are aggressive defensively.
Pileski missed the shot, did not get the offensive rebound. It was last touched by Barrington out of bounds, so it will stay with Southwest. And this will do the inbounding, and it goes to Stevens. Stevens leaves it there for Danforth, puts up the floater, and good. Southwest takes the lead right back.
How about that? She didn't even go glass. That was straight and true.
Feda running the point, kicks to Barrington. Now back to Feda, she'll shoot the three. It is no good. Rolled around, caught almost every bit of that rim, and did not fall. Southwest pushing now. Pileski driving on Musial, picked up by Feda and fouled. 2 shots.
It's the second time she's gone in strong and drawn a foul.
Southwest, an impressive start. An opportunity here to go up 3 points. A Notre Dame squad that hasn't lost a conference game going back almost 3 years now. Pileski good, 6-4 Southwest. Good on the second, so 7-4. The Trojans lead the Tritons. Early on here, how will the Tritons respond? Barrington looked to fire the three a second, pulls it back down, passes to Musial. Now cross-court pass, Barrington fires the three, just misses, was inside the rim and it did not fall. Gresh got the rebound but had to save it, pass to Pileski. Now she's working coast to coast. Gets it poked away and stolen. Here come the Tritons in transition. Whitehouse spinning up with the left, no good. And Barrington comes away with it. Another attempt for Sydney Whitehouse, and she finishes that time.
Good fight underneath the basket and right back into that press. They're going to come in. As soon as she gets past about the free throw line, they're going to come with that double team. There it is.
How would they beat it this time? It is off the hands of Pileski, however, and out the baseline, Notre Dame ball. That was one that Pileski got behind the defense.
Well, that's how you got to beat them. As soon as the player standing at half court commits, you got to get all the way down to about the block so you can catch a pass there.
Gresh looked to pass inside. It was last touched by Southwest, however.
Checking in for the Trojans, number 22, Emma Sorovic.
A substitution for Southwest. Emma Sorovic checks in. Gresh to Feda. Down one. Just past the 13:30 mark here in the first half. Gresh goes up with a floater off the glass and in. So Tritons once again reclaim the lead. Going on a 4-0 run here.
That was another good pass from Peyton Musial, who is as always a threat to score as much as anybody on this team, and that's how you beat the press. You got to get someone down the floor.
They pick it up though behind the back. Another loose ball. Stevens fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line. So now Gresh, Musial, and Feda have all picked up fouls to start this one. Southwest is doing a good job of doing what the only way you can beat Notre Dame is by beating the press.
Well, there's no question. They've been the more aggressive team this first 5 minutes, and they've gotten to the free throw line a lot early on, and they found a way to beat that press. that has squeezed the life out of so many teams.
No good on that second free throw, so the game stays tied. Let's see what Notre Dame does with it. Barrington to Musial. Now Whitehouse. Back to Gresh. No one posting up yet. I'm sure that'll change here on this possession. There's Barrington underneath. Goes up, a little bit of contact, and now fouled on the offensive rebound and shot from Sydney Whitehouse.
That's another thing that they do so well, crashing that offensive glass and forcing second possessions.
Well, 2 substitutions here. Kyle Waldrop and Hannah Greisen will check in after this Whitehouse free throw, and it's good.
You know,
Musial and Barrington will be the ones to go to the bench.
You know, early on in this game, it really feels like it's been kind of dominated by Southwest, and yet Notre Dame still holds a 1-point lead.
Whitehouse long on the second and hauled in by Stevens. Here comes the press, loose ball. Whitehouse goes up through contact. It was blocked. Ripped away by Whitehouse. She's known to do that as well. Gresh fires the three. Good, Gracie Gresh. What a sequence there for Notre Dame as they got the steal. We're able to get some good ball movement. Here's that press again. Will they be able to get it off at 10? They will not. 10-second violation. And as we were talking about it, now here comes Notre Dame.
And that's on Pitletsky there. Instead of driving into that double team, she's backing away from it, and that's just taking more and more time off of the clock, and that's what forced that 10-second call there. Nice
Inside
pass.
Waldrop, she finishes for 2, 14-8 the score now. Triton's going on a decent sized run here.
Instant offense. As soon as she comes off the bench, she knows what her role is. She's been a really great surprise for them this year.
Pass beats the press. DeGroot goes up, no contact, and Waldrop got it poked away. It is going to be Notre Dame ball. Waldrop went and got that rebound, almost went out of bounds. Kept the play alive. Did end up going out of bounds. Gresh to Greisen, now Feda. Cross-court pass to Gresh. She shot the three before, she does it now and hits it. There's 10 points early on for Gracie Gresh. Closing in on 4th all time.
Well, it appears she came to play tonight. That's her second three already.
Stevens against Gresh. Switched onto Whitehouse now.
Just gotta be careful with that dribble. Whitehouse has really quick hands.
And out of bounds, another turnover. Substitution as Asia Danforth will check Taylor Dynas out of the game. Gresh gets the pass stolen. She was looking for Feda on the cut. Here come the Trojans in transition. A little bit of a head fake, but out to DeGroot. Three-point shot on the way. It is good. Asia Danforth hits it.
Yeah, if there's one thing, just watching them in warm-ups, they can all shoot it. So you got to make sure that you close out hard on those shooters.
Gresh, a deep three. That one short off the front iron. And called last touched by Southwest.
That may have been a heat check on that one.
For Southwest, number 5, Addie Engel.
Feda checked out. Musial back in. Pass is high, and it will still be Notre Dame ball.
I thought that was initially tipped.
Waldrop down low. Greisen with the left. No good. Rebound by Southwest. And we'll have a foul going against Gresh, I believe. No, it will be Greisen, so not a second foul on Gracie Gresh.
And that was a good look underneath the basket. She just missed it. Those are the kind of shots that you want, easy shots, because that'll definitely wear on the defense throughout the course of a game.
Inbound to Pitleski. Works hard to beat that press, but now she's caught in a trap. Timeout called by head coach Tony Lee.
Timeout on the floor.
It will be a full timeout. Suddenly got really loud in my ear. We'll go to timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Notre Dame Basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from timeout. Audio issue, I believe, has been resolved. Southwest with the basketball down 17-11. Under the 10-minute mark here in the first half.
And they've been able to hang for this first 8.5-minute stretch here.
Danforth now working against Gresh. It's a to DeGroot, and it's taken away by Notre Dame. They were looking to go to Sarovic down in the post. Greisen for three. That one is long. Hauled in by Waldrop. She goes up and off the glass.
And an assist to Gracie Gresh on that one, too, because she tapped it forward for Waldrop to be able to secure it. This is where they got to be better, facing that double team, and they beat it right there.
Sarovic to Pitleski. Now Danforth. Downloaded to Groot. Cross-court pass. Danforth for three. That one's true. We're going to be seeing a lot of three-point attempts tonight.
Either side is scared to tee it up from downtown.
Gresh driving baseline, goes with the right and finishes.
She's got to do more of that in this early first half. She's got those driving lanes. Just take it strong and go on. Lay it up softly off the glass. Little kiss.
21-14. Pass goes out of bounds.
But that's still how you got to beat it, though. I know that pass was a little high. That's how you got to beat that press. When the double team comes, you got to push it up the floor as quick as you can.
One thing to note tonight, Southwest, 3 players on their bench tonight. A total of 8 players suited up for tonight.
Fatigue will definitely set in, probably more so around the 3-minute mark in this first half.
Feta hits the 3 as Notre Dame opens up their first 10, a double-digit lead rather. Danforth to Stevens. Fires it over to DeGroot. Danforth went to Pitleski.
Good job by Hope Barrington. She switched how she was guarding that post up. She's now fronting.
Shot goes up and goes in from Taylor Dynas. They've done a good job of not allowing too many cuts, but finally Dynas was able to find a shot she likes. Pass out to Feta. She'll shoot the 3. It is good, Trista Feta. You said it best, Dom. No one on the floor dislikes shooting the three.
And what that's going to do later in this game, if you keep knocking down shots like that, like we just saw on that last Southwest possession, that's going to open up a lot of cutting lanes.
And fourth now, Pitleski goes up, no good. Feta hauls in the rebound, a jump ball. It will be Notre Dame ball. But that's one of those jump balls you don't want to give up, as now the possession arrow will flip over to Southwest. Gresh to Barrington, now Musial. Musial crosses over, driving the lane, and a jump ball going to Southwest. We were just talking about it. Now it's a change of possession. Whitehouse is going to check in for Musial. Pitleski against Whitehouse.
There's that double team. Comes every time.
She does beat it now. There's numbers here for Southwest. Shot goes up high off the glass. No good. Hauled in by Kyle Waldrop. Trista Feta in transition. Down low. Barrington high up off the glass. No good. Still loose. Kick to Feta. Now Gresh has it on the wing and they'll reset. Feta on the wing. She spins. Kicks to Gresh. She spins. Back to Feta. She'll fire the three. Good! Trista Feta! Unbelievable!
If Bill Raftery was here, he would say major onions.
Now a three-point shot on the other end is good. Look at these three-point shots falling from both sides tonight. If you like three-point shooting. Oh, Barrington does not opt to shoot that one. Slows it down.
She's got to be confident in her shot. She had 17 their last time out.
Three-point shot for Whitehouse is good. Unbelievable. I'll have to check at halftime how many three-point field goals have been made from either side, but it's got to be over 10 at this point. It was a loose ball, stays with Southwest.
I think Notre Dame wanted the call for her to be out of bounds.
Danforth doesn't opt to shoot that one. She steps back. Now it's with Stevens. Pass down now to Pitleski. Pitleski out to DeGroot. She'll shoot the three. It's good.
I mean, at this point, it's just comical.
You just expect them to go in.
I mean, the unselfish play, both sides, everyone's teeing them up, and now there's a timeout.
Timeout called by head coach Sarah Rohde. I'm sure she's going to, both coaches are going to want to draw something up to prevent these three-point shots from just falling. It seems like everyone's getting an open look. It is just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 33-32, Notre Dame with the lead. They are up by 11, but give credits to Southwest. They've done a really good job tonight of staying in it on the scoreboard and just overall in terms of spirits. They're confident in their shots. Here on the road at the Triton Center, never an easy place to win.
Going to be interesting to see the defensive adjustments with each team knocking down threes at an incredible pace. Is that going to open up more looks inside?
Barrington to Feta, quickly closed out by Pitleski, spinning. Whitehouse for three. Oh, that one misses, but Feta gets the rebound. She steps back, three-point shot, short. Still loose. Feta gets the offensive rebound, trying to regain her balance. Gresh is going to take a deep two, and she hits it.
What a pass. Cross court, falling out of bounds from the corner. Trista Feta, that's why she's #1 all-time in assists.
Feta was, I think, looking to try and try and get a bounce out of bounds. As here, oh, blocked by Gracie Gresh. She tried to save it, it's out of bounds.
That was a great effort on the chase down.
Inbound to Stevens.
She's got to look to drive this if she can.
Spinning on Gresh. Goes up through contact. No good. Wall drop, unable to haul it in.
Okay, when I said go up over Gresh, I did not mean over 2 players because wall drop came in double team there.
Substitutions in here again as Emma Sarovic checks in. Inside poked by Wall drop, and a foul. It's the 5th foul against Notre Dame. 3 minutes left. Something to keep an eye on if they end up going into the bonus. Southwest will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Tipped by Fada off the inbounds. Here she comes in transition. High speed, what a layup. Trista Fada does a good job night in and night out of turning on the Jets. And here's a timeout by Southwest. Night in and night out, she does a fantastic job of turning on the Jets on those coast-to-coast looks.
And that was really impressive because I'm pretty sure Margie Stevens was trying to foul her before she got all the way to the rim.
Not only being able to have that speed, but she also consistently makes difficult layups to fall as well.
There's definitely an art to that, and that is an art that she has almost perfectly mastered.
Southwest will inbound, and I don't think there is not. Everyone is in the backcourt right now for both blue and white jerseys.
And I'm not a fan of that. There's a steal.
And a quick finish by Hope Barrington.
I'm not quite sure what they were doing. Why is everyone lined up on the one side of half court?
Now they beat it. Dynas looking for a kick out. Pass was tipped, but Pitleski's going to get up a 3 and it falls.
That was a high arcing 3.
Had to get it over the closing defender. And now Pitleski's up to 8. Pass inside a Wall drop, and I think everyone for Notre Dame wanted a little bit of, it almost looked like a pass interference in football.
Yeah. And it's interesting because Southwest on an not quite identical, but on a similar play down at this end, they got the call and Notre Dame didn't.
Inbound to Pitleski. Crossover and beats DeMullen. Spins off the double. Now Sarovic. Kick to Danforth. Poke loose by Trista Fada. And here she comes and finishes with the left hand. I'd have to wonder by the end of the year where she ranks on the steals list.
Pretty darn high, I would imagine.
There's another one of those difficult passes for Pitleski that goes out. 41-25.
And this is where you're starting to see some fatigue. Pitleski looks really exhausted out there.
I don't believe she has been subbed out in this game. So again, something to keep an eye on.
And she's been having to chase Fada around all night.
DeMullen for 3. That one is good. Like we said, everyone likes to hit the 3. Southwest beats the press again. Here they'll go. DeGroot for 3. No good on that one, and Gresh gets the rebound.
I'm honestly shocked she didn't make that. It seems like the theme of the night is everyone makes it.
Gresh saves the loose ball, was tipped on the pass to Barrington, now down low to Gresh. She'll go up the right, and one. Gracie Gresh up to 16.
And the Southwest foul is on Margie Stevens.
I believe that puts her
first.
tied at number 4.
How impressive was that? It was a scoop finish as she was getting fouled.
No good on the free throw. Southwest might be looking to take the last shot here. Under 20 seconds. Sarovic almost gets it stolen, and it's poked. And a foul on Grayson. That'll be her first, team 6th.
Number 15, Hannah Grayson. That's her second team foul, number 16 foul.
Inbound to Pitleski, under 10 seconds.
They gotta go quick here.
Fada. Looked like a foul there. Pitleski goes up, misses, and that's halftime here at Notre Dame. 46-25, Tritons over Trojans. We will be right back as we head into the second half. We'll take a look at scores around the FRCC in both boys and girls basketball, as well as stats from the first half here. Again, right back after a few minutes. 46-25, Notre Dame with the lead. You're watching Notre Dame basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. We welcome you back to the Triton Center. The Tritons lead 46-25. Just about a minute to go until the second half begins. Now we have some stats here from the first half. Dom, you want to hit us with how the three-point shots fell for both sides?
Yeah, there was 12 total in that first half, 5 for Southwest, 7 for the Tritons, and in that stretch there, maybe a 3-ish minute stretch where literally no one could miss a shot. That was impressive stuff to watch, and that's really been what the story of this game has been. It's been the three-point shooting. And
also, the run that Notre Dame went on at the end of the first half was definitely impressive. The first part of that first half, Southwest was hanging in there and even had a lead at some point. But certainly numbers and conditioning could start to play a role here in the second half. We'll see if Southwest here at halftime was able to get their breath a little bit, or if Notre Dame's going to be able to pull away as they typically do in these matchups.
I think that's the main thing. I think two main things kicked in for the Tritons. It was one, they just had more bodies in that first half, being able to substitute at a more regular and constant time. Unlike Southwest only has 3 players on the bench suited up tonight. And then also that press is, even though the time Southwest has been able to beat it, it's still lethal, and it's still what has led to this 21-point advantage.
We start the second half, Notre Dame with the basketball, and Trista Feta is going to run the point. She flips to Musial. Feed inside, Feta off the screen, gets it to fall. Picked up a nice screen there from Gracie Gresh. Musial was able to find her, and here comes Sydney Whitehouse. Flips and fouled was Barrington on that one. It's going to go against Pitleski, her first, team's first, and Barrington will go to the line to shoot 2.
Barrington will shoot 2.
Barrington had a big game in their last one, 17 points.
Good on the first free throw, 49-25.
That's going to be good for her to just see one go through. She struggled a little bit shooting in that first half, and you just got to see that ball go through the net just to get your rhythm back.
That one missed, but last touched by Stevens on that one out of bounds. So it'll stay with Notre Dame and Peyton Musial to inbound. Pass is almost stolen, but Feta plucks it back out of it midair.
That's the second time we've seen a deflected ball end up like that.
Gresh goes up strong, no good. Gets the offensive rebound. It is tipped. Pitleski comes away with it. Now Gresh comes away with it, but it was last touched by Gracie Gresh. The front row of the Notre Dame student section says otherwise. I thought it went off Gresh, but very clearly they do have a better look at it than I do.
That's true. How about the effort from Pitleski on that last play? Never giving up, diving on the floor and getting in a possession for her team.
Kick to Stevens. Now pass to DeGroot and a little bit of a miscommunication, and it goes out of bounds.
It's happened a couple of times where they just haven't been as lock solid and in their passing and communicating.
Gresh on the wing, goes to Feta. Barrington back to Gresh. Feta to Musial. Feta passes inside to Whitehouse. She goes up and plucks it and scores.
That's a beautifully drawn up play. Whitehouse came off the back screen. Feta just threw it high, and she was able to go grab it and finish it high off the glass. There's another double team.
And a foul.
It's against Barrington. I thought she had all ball personally, but like we just said, they have a better view than we do.
Tight defense here for Notre Dame. Stolen here by Gresh, and a foul in transition.
Yeah, just to stop the fast break there. They had numbers going 2-on-1 the other way.
That is her second.
Triton still with their typical starting five out there, as does Southwest. Gresh goes to work off the glass and off the side of the rim and in. 53-25.
Some fancy footwork there, a little pirouette before she banked it home.
18 points for Gracie Gresh. Exceeds her average. Averages about 16.6 as that pass goes out of bounds. Trista Feta averages 18 exactly. She's at 15.
They can get back to that three-point shooting they had in the first half. I mean, numbers are going to be ridiculous from this game.
Notre Dame's entire starting lineup does average double digits per game. Peyton Musial still looking for her first points, but everyone else, well, here comes Musial driving. She's going to go to the free throw line to get her first couple of points, hopefully, for the game.
Yeah, she had a big one in their last one. She had 18 in their last game, which was a season high for her, and she actually led the team in scoring. So we know she's capable of it. Just when you have an offensive attack that's been as balanced as it has been tonight, sometimes you don't necessarily need to score, and you can focus on other things.
Missed on the first. And the second one does not go in, so she's still looking for her first couple of points. Here's Musial for three, and it's good. It's always a better way to get your first points of the night than free throws.
Twos are good, but threes are better.
Feta, steal and finish.
How about that move, up and under.
Timeout, Southwest. We're gonna step aside, full timeout, 58-25. Notre Dame in full control as we're past the 15-minute mark. We'll be right back. You're watching Notre Dame basketball on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from timeout, 58-25, Notre Dame with the lead over Southwest. Joey Bonadonna, Dominic D'Angelo here with you with all the coverage. It is Southwest basketball out of the timeout.
There's that press look again.
And it will be Notre Dame ball.
That's the story of the night right there on top of the three-point shooting. If they don't beat the press, they just fumble it out of bounds.
Feta back to Musial. Back to Feta. Feed inside, Musial contact, and she'll go back to the free throw line.
Southwest foul, Taylor Dinas. Her first, take Musial to shoot two.
First of two free throws here from Musial. The first one is good.
Yeah, she got a little bit more arc on that one.
Nothing but net on that one. Let's see how her second one fares. And it's good. The Tritons cross 60.
Yeah, might have just taken that first three-pointer to go down and for for her to start to get into a bit of a groove.
Pileski gets picked up on the double. Pass gets over the last defense. And now everyone recovers.
I think Danforth should have shot that.
Here comes Danforth. A wild shot does not fall. Here come the Tritons again. Feta, coast to coast, and one. I mean, unbelievable.
We talked about it a lot, just her ability to turn on the jets, get to where she needs to be.
And the Southwest foul is on Eddie Pileski, her second.
The foul will go against Pileski. This free throw would put Feta at her average, and it is good.
And on top of being able to finish in a variety of ways around the basket, she's also a good free throw shooter, which is obviously vital when you get into close games.
Out of bounds. It will be Southwest ball. Southwest still looking for their first bucket of the first half.
They just haven't got many shots up.
It was 46-25 at halftime. It is now 63-25. And an offensive foul.
I don't know about that one. I don't think a good post up.
That pass is high, stolen. Barrington loses it now. Feed to Whitehouse, an easy look from the block. A 19-0 run to start this second half for Notre Dame.
It was a bit of a messy possession that got cleaned up with a make.
And that's going to go out of bounds. Gresham Whitehouse there to help up Pileski. Feta kicks to Gresh. Inside, Musial, and finishes.
That was a bullet pass from Gracie Gresh.
A 21-point unanswered run for the Notre Dame Academy Tritons in the second half.
This is what back-to-back state championship teams look like.
Pileski cannot get that one to fall, but an offensive rebound. It is loose and picked up by Musial.
That's just pure fatigue. She might have to come out pretty quick here.
Musial blocked, still loose. Barrington feeds it out to Musial, and she's fouled.
You almost feel that the Tritons can send some blood in the water here. They are going after it on the offensive glass.
Musial is good. She's got 8 points now, all of them coming in the second half.
Back in for the Trojans, number 14, Margie Stevens.
It is also good. 69-25. Under 13 minutes to go. Feet inside and a foul on the floor. It is against Musial, her second.
Musial, her second, team foul number 3.
And stolen right off the inbound. Here comes Trista Feta. She gets the extra pass to Musial, and she finishes 71-25. This has been an unbelievable second half. Not only for Peyton Musial, for the Notre Dame team, and there's a steal and a foul on the ground.
And you talked about this run that they've been on. Peyton Musial, she's been the catalyst of it. 11 second half points.
That is team foul number 7.
And that's already 7 fouls. So we'll get the 1-and-1 bonus here for Hope Barrington.
Hope Barrington.
It has been a 25-point run here for the Tritons as the free throw is good. Second was also good.
I mean, considering where that first half ended off with each side trading buckets a bit there, this is
the defense for Notre Dame certainly locking in here.
Just fantastic.
Pitleski, nothing open there. She'll kick to Stevens. Inside, Stevens almost gets it ripped away. She'll kick to Pitleski for three. It is long and hauled in by Barrington. So still no points in the second half. Musial, three, good. 76-25, and Peyton Musial with 14 points, all of them coming here in this second half.
She's on pace to surpass the 18 that she had the other night.
And we will have a foul on Trista Feta. It's her second. The team's fourth.
That's her second, fourth team foul.
She leads the Tritons with 20 points tonight.
She's done it in a variety of ways, that's for sure.
Pass, and there's Addie Pitleski with the first points of the second half for Southwest.
It came about 7 minutes into the second half. This defense from the Tritons has been nothing but stifling since they came out of the halftime dressing rooms.
Musial again for three, rattles out, but an offensive rebound again. Whitehouse, Barrington driving, no good, hauled in by Stevens on the defensive glass. Pass down to DeGroot. Pitleski crosses over. Feta's there to pick her up. No foul. There was contact. Here comes Barrington in transition. An easy breakaway two. 78-27. Barrington is up to 9. Pass inside to Groot. It is poked out of bounds by Whitehouse.
Southwest has got to look to swing the ball around the perimeter a lot quicker. It just, as soon as a Triton goes for a steal and overcommits, they just kind of stand with it where they caught it. They got to look to move it a lot quicker.
Inbound to Stevens. Now DeGroot guarded tightly by Waldrop. Inside, poked loose. Here come the Tritons. Feta feeds to Greisen, who finishes. And the Tritons hit 80.
She's got to be close to double-digit assists again tonight.
Inside, DeGroot goes up and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming up for the Trojans.
Notre Dame foul, Hannah Greisen.
Goes against Greisen, her third and the team's 6th. And looks like Paige DeMullen will come in after this free throw. Free throw is off.
For Notre Dame, number 4, Paige DeMullen.
And Gracie Gresh will come out. 18 points, 1 foul. And the second is no good, so still 27 points on the scoreboard for the Southwest Trojans. Inside to Feta. She works back out, look to kick to Musial. Pulls it back down, now Greisen back to Musial. She teases up for 3, it is off the mark. Hauled in by Pitleski, and a foul against Greisen, her 4th.
And each team has gotten a little bit cold from downtown after that hot start in that first half. It's calmed down a bit from behind the arc. This has been the key matchup. Pitleski has had to work hard for everything that she has gotten against Feta, and she's poured in 20 on the offensive end.
Out of bounds. As touched by Stevens. Notre Dame with the basketball. Up 80-27 as we close in on the 8-minute mark. Musial to DeMullen. Now Feta, she'll fire a three. Rattles off, pulled in by Musial. She goes up, no good. Rebounded by Southwest. Pass almost stolen. Danforth gonna come away with it. Almost stolen again, but there's Margie Stevens knocking it down for the Trojans.
That's a tough finish. That's about the third or fourth time she's gone up with that left hand, and she was able to get that one to go.
Pass inside. Feta fades away. Off the backboard, no good. But Waldrop cleans up the layup. It was poked by Musial. Waldrop cleaned it up, put it up. It's 82-29.
And to your point, Peyton Musial, she may not get an assist for that one, but she definitely deserves credit for keeping that ball alive and setting up Waldrop for an easy one.
Waldrop against Stevens. And an offensive foul. It goes against Stevens, her fourth.
Player control foul on Margie Stevens. That was her fourth personal foul.
It is the team's 8th.
And that's one to watch now, 4 on Stevens.
Inside a Waldrop, out of bounds, last touch by Waldrop. Under 6:20 now, 82-29. Notre Dame with the advantage. Addie Pitleski gets the ball back, fires a three. It is good. Nothing but net on that one, Addie Pitleski.
And that one was pure.
So we're under 6 minutes to go now. And Addie Pitleski, I believe, is up to 13. And there it is. Feta to Musial. Now Musial gonna drive baseline, spinning, gets it ripped away, but it's cleaned up by Feta. Feta resets the offense. Inside, Waldrop, and one.
Basket is rolled good.
Clock will continue to run. We'll likely get to the 5-minute mark. DeGroot picks up the foul. It's her third. Waldrop no good on the free throw. Loose ball. Feta gets up with it, and an easy two again. Those hustle plays are, we said it in the first half, those hustle plays, even regardless of how, there's Pitleski on the other end. Regardless of when they come, those hustle plays, especially in March, are what win this program gold balls. And an offensive foul, I believe, going against Waldrop.
And to your point, it means that much more when it comes from your leader, Trista Feta, who has had an all-around outstanding game.
And she will head out. Sydney Whitehouse back in.
When your leader's is willing to do that, it just sets the tone for the rest of the team, and that's why they've been so successful with her running the show.
So Notre Dame with a win tonight moves to 12-1. As there's a shot from DeGroot that falls. They move to 12-1. They'll have won 12 straight. Meanwhile, the Trojans, after starting out hot, will have lost now 5 in a row.
It's certainly not because of lack of effort. I mean, they have played extremely hard here this evening, as they have for most of the year. A lot of close losses for them, so definitely still optimism for Tony Lee.
Trojans get a steal. Now here they come in transition. Stevens blocked by Kyle Waldrop. And a foul. It goes against Pitleski, her third.
Southwest foul, number 10, Eddie Pitleski. It's her third. We're in a 1+1 bonus situation. Excuse me, it's a 10th team foul, it's a double bonus.
Double bonus here for Peyton Musial.
2.
Good on the free throw. Morgan Goki is going to check in. Sydney Whitehouse heads to the bench. Barrington is going to come in after this free throw from Musial. Addie Pitleski heads to the bench. Free throw good for Musial, and she will check out. An exceptional 15 points in this second half for Peyton Musial. And we'll get those substitutions shortly. Ronsman and Webster will be the last subs for Notre Dame. Goki guarding on ball. Inside to Surovic is fouled by Greisen, and that's going to be 5.
Notre Dame foul. Hannah Greisen, that is her 5th personal foul.
So we'll have those substitutions. Destiny Webster checks in, and as does Kendall Ronsman. We're under a minute to go. Surovic is good. 88-37. Rebound by Goki. She comes out of it under 30 seconds to go now. Webster to Goki for 3, off the mark, but Waldrop gets the rebound. Up no good. Coming away with it is Danforth. Pass up ahead to Surovic is good. 87-39, under 10 seconds to go. Tritons are going to try for one more shot. DeMullen to Goki, and time expires. 87-39. The Tritons are victorious once again. They are 12-1. The Trojans fall to 7-6. Losing 5 in a row now. That'll just about wrap things up from here in the Triton Center. For Principal Andrea Herden, Assistant Principal Greg Masaryk, President Dr. Tom Kiley, Athletic Director Matthew Koenig, my broadcast partner this evening, Dominic D'Angelo. I'm Joey Bonadonna signing off from the Triton Center. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Tritons.